Hello and welcome back to another devotional with John Iuliano. Today our devotion is taken out of Psalm 103 verse 2, and it says this: "Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget none of his benefits." I just want to remind you today that we need to speak to our soul and say to your soul and to my soul, "Come on, soul, begin to bless the Lord, and whatever you do, don't forget his benefits. Don't forget what God has done in the past, what God is doing right now, and what God will continue to do." There are so many benefits that God is giving to us and has already provided for us. And sometimes in the midst of our trial, in the midst of our tribulation, we forget. Sometimes we become so focused on what's happening right now that we forget what God has done in the past. And the psalmist continues on and he says, hey, some of the benefits of God is this: he forgives all of your iniquities. There's not one sin that God is not able to forgive. Who heals all of your diseases. There's not one disease that God is not able to heal. Who redeems your life from destruction. Who crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies. Come on, don't forget the benefits of God. Just last night, Anne and I, with Anne's parents, were singing that grand old hymn, "Great is your faithfulness." I can't sing that song without tears running down my face, because it causes me just to stop and remember how many times God has come through in my life over the years. You know, many times I've faced mountains and giants and obstacles, and sometimes these things become so big and so engrossing that you kind of think, wow, this is the end. But God comes through. And when I stop and think about the faithfulness of God, I'm just filled with awe, and what he's done before, he will do again. Can I encourage you, whatever you're facing today, don't forget his benefits. Don't forget what God has done. Remind yourself, and you will be encouraged that you will see this thing through. You're going to come through the other end having a testimony of the goodness of God. Let me pray for you. Father, I pray for every person who's listening to this devotional today, that we might speak to our soul, encourage our soul, and say, soul, don't forget the benefits of God. Don't forget what God has done. Don't forget what God is doing. And encourage yourself, soul, over what God is going to do, because his faithfulness is new every morning. God bless you. I hope you've been encouraged today.